Hey, it's Greg, and this is my fourth review. Sorry for the delay, but I got really into finishing the first draft of my own book and just zoned on the reading a bit. As I said in my last review, we're getting to something newer, since I wanted to review an author in my genre road trips. No, no, actually, we're here in the land of horror. I'd say I don't write horror, but I instead write fantasy adventure that can get scary, though some reviewers disagree. But I digress. The Hummingbird is a horror novel from author James Fanizza that, if I had to pitch it, I'd say it's like Van Helsing, the TV series, meets The Road. It's a long, rough journey during a vampire apocalypse. As we're introduced to our protagonist, Sam, we learn he is the divorced father of a 5-year-old boy sharing custody with his abusive ex husband, Jack. He also hears the voice of his dead grandmother whenever he's in the presence of a hummingbird. Thus the name. One moment, Sam is getting a bogus custody motion from his ex dismissed in court. The next, everything's gone topsy turvy. In fact, I initially felt a bit shortchanged by that. It feels like he rushes the descent from normal everyday hell to hell on earth. It doesn't really build. It's just everyone has the sniffles and then, oh shit, vampires. But getting the inciting incident out of the way quickly helps us get to the whole reason for this book. A father and his 5-year-old son on a grueling 250-mile hike through the Arizona desert from Tucson to Sedona in search of a promised haven and finding friends along the way as animalistic vampires plague the nights and the shadows. And Sam is an incredibly caring and dedicated father, which is a source of some of the drama because he's ready to die for that boy. Whether he does is part of the suspense, so I won't ruin it. Overall, it was a page turner. Enough blood and gore to make it horror and enough action to keep it entertaining, but a couple of things bugged me. First, the prologue skips ahead a ways to a major plot development. Then, chapter 1 is back to the beginning. I felt the book would have been better without the prologue because by the time we get to the scene the prologue previews, the waiting had gone from anticipation to impatience. Second, I'm no soldier of fortune, but I know my way around a handgun, so I knew when his gun stuff not only sounded wrong, but was pure fantasy. I'm not going to go into details, even though I could add a couple of minutes of length to the video, because spoilers. Now, the upsides are good characters, solid world building, and as I said, it was a page turner. I also like that he gave enough visual detail that I could play out scenes in my mind's eye. Final verdict is 3.5 stars out of 5. It's available now on Amazon. For the full text of this review and links to stuff that I talked about, please visit bounce.ws/booktalk4. I'll put the link in the first comment. And speaking of comments, please like and comment. Who's one of your favorite Pulp Fiction heroes? Or favorite horror novels? Heck, just comment with where you're watching from. I'd really love to know. Thanks for watching. Next time, I'm back to Pulp Fiction heroes with Doc Savage, Man of Bronze, the novel that introduced him. Then some horror, then the first John Carter novel from Edgar Rice Burroughs. I'm going to keep doing these reviews because they're fun and I'm having fun reading the books. I hope you'll keep joining me. See you next time.